He gave him everything. Not only did he give him what he had on, which showed who he was, he gave him the tools of his trade.
All right.
God, help me right here. He gave him the robe, what he had on. Then, not only that, to show his trust, he gave him his sword. When Jonathan gave David his sword, watch this, he didn't really have nothing else to use if a war would have came. The reason he did that is because he had trust. Young folks, I'm just saying, we got to build our trust up. We got to have so much trust to know that if I don't have it and I gave it to you, hopefully when I need it, you will give it back. But what happens in our Christian walk sometimes is we get blessed with stuff, then we get stingy, we get selfish, we get high-saluted, we get stuck up. We get, don't trip on me like that. We get stuck up in our ways and we don't want to bless nobody else. We got blessed, we made it, forget everybody else. If I made it, you can make it. No, baby, that ain't how it works. If you got blessed, you got that to bless somebody else. If you got a raise on your job, you got that little raise to give to somebody else. Pastor said if you got a Suburban, you got that to pick somebody up from church. Baby, if you know how to make an apple pie, you should be making apple pies for the church. If you know how to sing, you shouldn't even be sitting out there. You should be in the choir. If you know how to play the musician, he shouldn't be playing by himself. You should be up here helping. If you know how to stand there, be nice with your hand behind your back, you ain't got no business in there. You need to be on the usher board. If you know how to push a button up and turn a speaker up, you don't need to be sitting there. You need to be on the sound team. If you know how to pour some water, maybe you need to be pouring some water for the preachers. If you know how to count a check, maybe you need to be a trustee. If you know how to pray a little bit, maybe you need to be a deacon. If you know how to help somebody out, maybe you ought to be on the mother's board. If you know how to do whatever it is you need to do, baby, you ain't got no business sitting there. Your job is to help somebody else out. I promise I'm going to preach it to you. He gave him his sword. Because Shad, he realized that if I gave it to you, if somebody do come up and try and take me out from the back, you my boy, you will take them out for me. Really, I don't have to lay a hand on them. That's how close they are. But people in this Christian walk right here, what happened is they started out close. Then they realized the value of somebody. They realized the worth of somebody and said, hold on, this cat right here, he got a little something. I thought I loved him. I thought I wanted to bring him in, but I don't want him to take my glory. So they don't really have our backs no more. They push us to the side. But Jonathan and David, the relationship they had, regardless of hell or high water, Reverend Shad, if you came up messing with David, Jonathan was going to cut you, and he was going to cut you deep.
Yeah.
He gave him his sword. Not only his sword, he gave him his bow. Not only his bow, he gave him his girdle. So not only did he give him his robe, not only did he give him the tools of his trade, he gave him his girdle too. The girdle was like a belt. Y'all know when Pastor come out here on first Sundays in the robe they got him wearing now, got the little belt on it. His ain't real, his Velcro. But if it was real, that girdle, that belt was made not only to keep the robe tight, but the tools of his trade was used to hang on it. So not only did he give him the garments representing what he had on, representing who you gonna be, representing who I was, he gave him his sword representing trust. Not only did he give him the sword and the bow representing trust, he gave him the girdle representing the support system. So that means he wasn't selfish. He gave this man his trust, he gave him his outer garment, and he gave him the thing that it all hung on. I'm just asking, where's your support system at? I'm just asking, where the old mothers at that whenever you needed something said, baby, I got it. I'm talking about the old mothers on the mother's board. When somebody walked in here, Deacon Davis with the short two-skirt, they would say, baby, put this over your skirt. You don't want some of them men looking at you. Because just because they in church don't make them perverts. I'm just saying, you may be sitting beside somebody right now that every time a short skirt walk through, you looking like, boy, if I had that right there, I'll put it on her. I'm just saying, just because you in church don't really make you no saint. And the reason I know that is because the church is a hospital. It's sick people in here. So when folk come in with attitudes, when folk come in with stuff they've been through, when folk come in here hurt, stop looking at them all upside their head like you done been there your whole life. No, baby, you really came from there too. I remember when you was thinking. I remember when you didn't really have no good clothes. I remember when you had an attitude. I remember when you was cussing people out. Don't make me call your name out because I grew up with you. Because I was there right with you. I remember when you looked at people upside your head. I remember when you you didn't really give them no money. But now we don't think we done arrived. We think we don't really made it. And we start looking at people funny when they come in. That's why people don't really want to come to church no more. Because we got hypocrites in the church. That's why people don't want to come to church no more. They don't really want to just stay at home really and listen to the TV preacher. They really don't want to. That's just an excuse because they've been hurt in the church. So they don't want to come back to the church. Because the ones that said, I got your back was the same ones on Facebook saying she ain't really worth nothing. Now, normally I like amen, so I'm going to act like pastor. I guess if y'all don't say amen, that means you're thinking about what you did and it's kind of soaking in. I'll use that for my excuse today. You ain't saying amen because you looking back over your life wondering who you did wrong. Baby, the best way to do it is go back where you came from. If you mistreated them on Facebook, go right back to Facebook and apologize. If you mistreated them in Sunday school, go right back to Sunday school and apologize. If you mistreated them on the parking lot, go right back to the parking lot and apologize. Baby, I'm just saying it ain't going to get better until you go back to the place where you started messing up first. When you go back to the place where you start messing up first and the ones that you messed up with see you, when you come up and they see where you are now, those same people you used to hang out with, nigga, they're going to be the same ones saying, man, show me what you did to get where you are because I want some of that too. You got a new look, you got a new walk, you got a new talk, you got a new attitude. I want some of that too, brother. So basically, I want to know what it is you got. Stop looking at preachers really when they go to the club. Don't shoot me when I say this. I'm just saying, if the motives are right, if they out there, they ain't partying like people trying to get numbers, if they trying to get people in the church, don't look upside your head talking about Reverend so-and-so was in the club. Baby, you was in there too. Stop tripping, stop hating. Verse 5 says, and David went out whithersoever Saul sent him. Watch this. He had so much respect for Saul that Saul can send David out without micromanaging him. Have y'all ever had one of them supervisors on your job that'll put you in position, but every time you get ready to make a move, that baby, let me know what you're doing. Let me know who you go. No, I don't have to. If you had enough trust to put me in this position, I shouldn't have to give you my every turnaround. I shouldn't have to let you know everybody I talk to on the phone. I shouldn't have to give you my phone records. I shouldn't have to let you check my email accounts. I shouldn't have to let you check my Facebook account. I shouldn't have to let you check my Twitter. Baby, I had enough blessing on me for you to put me in this position. I really don't need you checking up on me now, trying to mess me up. Baby, everything gonna be all right. If God ordained me for this, if God blessed me for this, I'm just saying, stop micromanaging. I'm talking to people on your job where the supervisor won't even let you do your job because he wondering what it is you did to get here. I'm talking to the one that's at work that every time you come in, you just got promoted to sergeant. You just got promoted, but now the E6s and the E7s coming up wondering what you got going on. Don't worry about what I got going on, Sarge. Just know that if I pass my board to get here, that means I was equipped to handle the load that's going to be given to me. I need you to really back up. Back up, back up, give it 50 feet. That's really all I need you to do. If you don't like it, build a bridge and get over it. Because if I was blessed to do this, I really needed you to get here. But baby, I'm equipped now. I mean, I don't need you micromanaging me. I got this because, once again, as long as I got Jesus on my side, I don't need nobody else. But realize it only takes 7 verses. It takes 7 verses. I'll give it to you right now. He said, David, anytime he sent him out, he trusted him that he would behave wisely. That's verse 5. It says it in the text. It says he behaved himself